What gives cryptocurrencies their value? This is a question I'm sure you've heard before, and it's probably one you've asked at some point too. The short answer is that it depends on which crypto coin or token you're talking about. There are over 7,000 cryptocurrencies, and each of them has its own purpose or use case that's meant to give it value. Most cryptocurrencies fall into categories such as stores of value, smart contracts, oracles, payments, privacy, exchange tokens, and, of course, meme coins. Knowing which category a crypto falls into is crucial if you're investing in the crypto market. This is because each crypto category has its own pros and cons. They also tend to pump and dump at different points during a bull market. So today I'm going to tell you about these crypto categories and how you can use this knowledge to maximize your gains and minimize your losses. Before we begin, I have something to say. I'm not a financial advisor, and I hope that's okay. This video is just an educational play, so DYOR if you're looking to get paid. If this is your first time visiting the Coin Bureau, my name is Guy, and I am a crypto pro. I make the highest quality crypto content you'll ever know. Coins, tokens, news, reviews, exchanges, and more. If you want to learn the stuff that will last after the next crypto market crash, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell fast. If you want to know exactly what I'll be covering in today's video, take a look at the timestamps in the timeline below. Feel free to skip around, just remember that the longer you stay, the more this video will get found. That's enough orientation, time for some crypto category explanation. The first category of cryptocurrencies is store of value cryptocurrencies. As the name suggests, store of value cryptocurrencies are designed to hold or even increase their purchasing power over time. While this typically translates to a gradual increase in price over time, price and purchasing power are two very different things. Every year, regular currencies lose between 2 to 3% of their purchasing power. This is because governments around the world are constantly printing money to stimulate economic growth. This means that if you bought a stock that went up 2 to 3% last year, the purchasing power of that stock didn't actually change, even though its dollar value has increased. The more money the government prints, the more it loses its purchasing power, and this is a big part of why cryptocurrencies were invented in the first place. Bitcoin was created in 2009 as a response to the 2008 financial crisis, specifically the money printing by governments that followed in its wake. While Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that falls into the store of value category, some would argue that other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin fall under this umbrella as well. Unlike regular currencies that have an infinite supply and lose purchasing power every year due to printing, Bitcoin has a maximum supply of just 21 million BTC. This 21 million BTC is created gradually over time by miners who solve complex equations to process transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain and earn BTC as a reward. Because anyone can mine Bitcoin and earn BTC for processing transactions, this has created a decentralized payment network consisting of millions of computers that are spread around the world. Bitcoin is technically the most secure payment network on the planet because of these economic incentives. There is no single place you could go to shut it down. Now, while Bitcoin was originally designed to be digital cash, its economics combined with its relatively slow transaction speed has made it more like digital gold than digital cash. In the context of the crypto market, Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency by market cap, and almost every other cryptocurrency's price is dependent on Bitcoin's price. If Bitcoin is crashing, everything else crashes. If Bitcoin's price is staying more or less the same or moving up gradually, then all the other cryptocurrencies pump. If Bitcoin pumps a lot, it leaves everything else in the dust, and you can see this ebb and flow in real time by watching the Bitcoin dominance chart. The primary advantage of store of value cryptocurrencies is that they are usually much safer investments compared to other cryptos, and they are likely to go up in dollar value over time. Now, this all depends on whether the store of value crypto in question had something called a fair launch. This is where a community collectively starts mining that cryptocurrency from the beginning. Many cryptos that claim to be a store of value were pre-mined, meaning that the team and private investors kept the lion's share of the supply of that crypto. An easy way to check if a store of value crypto is the real deal or not is to see how its supply is distributed using a blockchain explorer. In the case of Bitcoin and Litecoin, both cryptocurrencies have quite equitable distributions. The primary disadvantage of store of value cryptocurrencies is that they often have very limited functionality. This is why some people refer to Bitcoin as a pet rock. Store of value cryptos don't do much besides protecting purchasing power over time and making it possible to send that purchasing power to other people without a middleman. This limited functionality is why many people believe Bitcoin will eventually not be the largest cryptocurrency by market cap. The crypto that will flip Bitcoin will likely come from the second category. The second category of cryptocurrencies is smart contract cryptos. Now, smart contract cryptos are designed to be programmable with less emphasis on storing value. Here's why this is valuable. If you're watching this video on your computer or your phone, you're using an application of some kind to do it, be it a browser or a mobile app. The thing about the applications you use every day is that they're centralized. They were created by someone, usually a tech giant, who has total control over that browser or app. These applications are also not very secure. Someone could hack or modify the application in some way to steal your data, money, identity, etc. Those tech giants are always watching you too. The same goes for the financial services you use. Whether you're saving, spending, borrowing, or trading, you always have to do it through a centralized platform or service like a bank or broker. Smart contract cryptocurrencies offer a radical alternative to the digital and financial infrastructure we use today. This alternative is referred to as Web3, an evolution of the current Web2 internet. Without getting too technical, smart contracts are basically programs that do something automatically when a certain set of conditions is met. So, for example, if you drop me a comment, I'll give you a like. The coolest part about smart contracts is that they can be used to create different types of cryptocurrency tokens that are fungible like a regular currency or non-fungible like a rare baseball card. The difference between smart contracts and regular programs is that smart contracts are immutable and decentralized. In other words, you cannot modify the smart contract once it's been created, and it's impossible to shut it down because it exists on a massive network of computers spread around the world. When you combine multiple smart contracts together, you get a decentralized application or dApp. There are dApps for everything, including payments, trading, lending, borrowing, and even gambling. No personal information is required to use dApps. All you need is an internet connection. The best part about dApps is that there's no middleman taking a cut or stealing your data. All the transactions in dApps happen directly from person to person, and your activity is essentially private. Now, this isn't exactly accurate, and I'll explain why later on in the video. There are over 5,000 dApps with millions of users on about 24 smart contract cryptocurrency blockchains, mainly Ethereum and the Binance Smart Chain. In contrast to store of value cryptocurrencies, smart contract cryptos get their value from their utility as payment for smart contract and dApp transactions. For Ethereum, these fees are paid in ETH. For the Binance Smart Chain, these fees are paid in BNB, and so on. To make sure there is always enough cryptocurrency on the market to pay for transaction fees, most smart contract cryptocurrencies do not have a maximum supply. Instead, they have annual inflation schedules that can go well into the double digits depending on certain network conditions. This printing of coins normally isn't a problem if there are enough dApp users buying up the coin to pay the fees required to use them. And this brings me to the primary advantage of smart contract cryptocurrencies, and that's that their value is tied to the size and adoption of the dApp and token ecosystems built on their blockchains. ETH and BNB had market caps in the hundreds of billions with only a couple of million users on Ethereum and the Binance Smart Chain. If the adoption of smart contract cryptocurrencies continues at the rate it has, many of their associated coins could have market caps in the trillions of dollars by the end of the decade. The only problem there is that you don't know which smart contract cryptocurrency will be the winner, and that's the primary disadvantage of smart contract cryptos. There is a lot of competition in the smart contract crypto category, and new projects make it to the market almost every other month. Unless you have the money to invest in all of them, you really must do your research before taking your picks. Even then, you don't know what could happen in the future. If you happen to be torn between investing in one or more cryptocurrencies, you can watch my recent video about how to pick the best ones on your list by using that link up in the top right. The third category of cryptocurrencies is Oracle cryptocurrencies. Oracle cryptos make it possible to bring real-world data to smart contract cryptocurrency blockchains. Most of the applications you use every day require some sort of real-world data, be it date and time, weather, or the price of something you're buying or selling. Centralized applications will use centralized data fees called APIs that are provided to them by another centralized entity. For example, maybe the weather network will provide the API data required for Facebook to tell you what the weather is like in your area. Similarly, smart contract cryptocurrency blockchains need real-world data for their dApps to have real-world use cases. This data comes from Oracle cryptocurrencies. The difference between data feeds like APIs and Oracle cryptocurrencies is that the data feeds that Oracle cryptos provide are decentralized. Now, the way this normally works is that dozens of individuals or institutions will tell an Oracle crypto what the price of something is, and the Oracle will use the average of their answers. Like smart contract cryptocurrency coins, Oracle crypto tokens are required to pay for the fees associated with fetching this data. Now, while Chainlink is currently the largest and most adopted Oracle crypto on the market, there are about a dozen other Oracle cryptos such as Band Protocol and API3. The primary advantage of Oracle cryptos is that the demand for their tokens is likely to grow in tandem with the amount of smart contract cryptocurrency dApps and users. The primary disadvantage of Oracle cryptos is that almost all of them have allocated enormous amounts of their pre-mined token supplies to their teams and private investors. What this means is that when their prices rise, there is a huge incentive for those teams and private investors to sell, which suppresses the price from going higher than it otherwise would. Moreover, most smart contract cryptos use multiple oracles for their dApp data, and some, like Cardano, have opted to build their own decentralized data oracles. This further dilutes the amount of demand for any single Oracle cryptocurrency. Now, even with these drawbacks, however, Chainlink is still a part of my personal cryptocurrency portfolio. And you can learn about what else I hold and why by watching my Coin Bureau portfolio video using the link up there in the top right. The third category of cryptocurrencies is payment cryptos. Payment cryptos aim to replace the current payment systems we use today and sometimes use smart contract technology to do this. If you've ever sent money overseas, you know how expensive and slow it can be. If you run a business, you'll know how much money payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal take from each transaction. If you've ever had a payment issue, you know how many hoops you have to jump through to sort it out with your bank. Heck, most of us even pay monthly fees just to have a bank account or credit card. No matter the context, if it involves moving money, there is a middleman somewhere taking a cut, slowing things down and adding complication to processes that would otherwise be simple. Instead of using an outdated payment network that takes days to settle, payment cryptocurrencies make it possible to finalize transactions within seconds at a fraction of the cost. Not only that, but as with other cryptocurrencies, any payment-focused coins or tokens can be kept on your own personal wallet. You don't have to rely on a bank to store your funds, and you don't have to worry about anyone messing with your bank account or blocking incoming or outgoing payments. Popular payment cryptocurrencies include Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Terra, and Telcoin. Some of these payment cryptos feature elaborate smart contracts and dApp ecosystems focused on payments. Now, the primary advantage of payment cryptocurrencies is that they have the highest chances of achieving mainstream adoption, and the market they're shooting for is the most lucrative on the planet. Dash is already widely used for payments in Argentina, and Telcoin has seen serious traction with its low-cost remittance services in recent months. The primary disadvantage of payment cryptocurrencies is that it's extremely unlikely that any payment crypto coin or token will be replacing the regular money we use anytime soon. This is in part because most payment cryptocurrencies don't have a stable price, and also because governments have shown us that they will step in to prevent people from using these cryptos as payment. The fourth category of cryptocurrency is privacy cryptos. Now, privacy cryptos are designed to preserve your privacy when making transactions or using dApps. Now, you might be thinking, but Guy, I thought cryptocurrency transactions were private. Well, as I noted earlier, this isn't really the case because almost all cryptocurrency blockchains are publicly viewable, meaning you can see every transaction taking place in real time. While your identity is not connected to your cryptocurrency wallet address by default, it's not that hard to figure out which cryptocurrency wallet addresses you own. This is especially true if you used an application or exchange that required your personal information to purchase cryptocurrency. Your real-world identity can easily be linked to the wallets you transact with. It's possible that you're completely okay with this and think that all transactions should be fully transparent and verifiable by anyone. However, corporations and wealthy individuals beg to differ. The last thing they want is for people to see how much money they're packing in their cryptocurrency wallets. Also, I'm sure that you as a user would want most of your data to be kept private when interacting with certain cryptocurrency dApps. These are the issues that privacy cryptocurrencies seek to address, and they come in all sorts of textures and flavors. Some privacy cryptos, like Secret Network, make it possible to create privacy-preserving dApps. Others, like Tornado Cash, make it possible to privatize your public transactions on Ethereum by mixing up your funds and sending them to a new wallet address with no transaction history. Popular privacy cryptocurrencies like Monero and Zcash focus on private payments and use privacy technology that's so good that it can't even be broken by the US government. There's even a privacy cryptocurrency called Haven Protocol that makes it possible to mint synthetic fiat currencies, cryptocurrencies, and precious metals to create an untraceable digital offshore bank account. The primary advantage of privacy cryptocurrencies is that most of them are extremely well designed and built to last. Many of them also had a fair launch with no pre-mine or greedy private investors. To use Monero's XMR coin as an example, XMR has store of value characteristics similar to BTC, and it can be transacted as quickly and as cheaply as most payment cryptocurrencies. Monero also uses a special mining algorithm called RandomX, which makes it impossible for specialized computers to mine XMR. Because anyone can mine XMR, this increases Monero's decentralization. The primary disadvantage of privacy cryptos is that they're frequently targeted by regulators because of their use in illicit activities, or at least that's the main justification they use. This often results in privacy coins being delisted from cryptocurrency exchanges, which makes them hard to get, and this can make it harder for their prices to go up. That said, cross-chain decentralized exchanges like Thorchain are on the cusp of making it possible to trade private cryptocurrencies like Monero and Haven without using a centralized exchange. Moreover, many privacy cryptos are actually designed to be compliant with regulations by making it possible to show a regulator your wallet balance and transaction history if they ask for it. This is thanks to advanced cryptography that is way outside the scope of this video, but I happen to have another video that covers this advanced privacy tech in detail if you're interested. You can find it using the link up in the top right. The fifth category of cryptocurrencies is exchange tokens. Exchange tokens are owned and operated by the cryptocurrency exchanges they belong to. You can think of exchange tokens as being a combination of a membership subscription and company stock. Exchange tokens are like a membership subscription because they can give you a whole bunch of perks, such as trading fee discounts and VIP access to early coin and token sales. Exchange tokens are like company stock because the performance of an exchange token depends on the popularity of the exchange in question. This is because almost every single exchange will do buybacks and burn some of the circulating supply of its exchange token using a portion of trading fees. A buyback increases the price, the burn reduces the supply, and the result is a cryptocurrency token that increases in value over time. Some exchanges, such as Binance, have also built smart contract cryptocurrency networks that require their exchange tokens to use. This adds another dimension of demand for those exchange tokens. Now, obviously, the primary advantage of exchange tokens is that they are highly likely to go up in price. The primary disadvantage of exchange tokens is that their gains do not come nearly as quickly as other cryptocurrencies, nor are these gains completely guaranteed. As cryptocurrency exchanges become more and more powerful, regulators are slowly starting to push back. As we've seen, all it takes is a single negative announcement about an exchange to crash its token. If you want to learn more about exchange tokens and how they work, you can watch my video about that by using the link in the top right. The last category of cryptocurrencies I want to talk about today is meme coins. Now, most meme coins have no specific use case and exist for no other reason besides hype and a false promise of profit. In the real world, if someone approached you and said that you'd become a millionaire by giving them a few $100s, I reckon you'd know they're talking nonsense. At least I hope so. Funnily enough, when the exact same idea is presented in the form of a cryptocurrency, this impossibility somehow magically becomes possible. As far as I can tell, this is because new and inexperienced cryptocurrency investors don't understand the relationship between a meme coin's market cap, supply, and dollar value. For example, one Shiba Inu token costs around 1,000th of a cent. Without looking at the market cap, you probably think, wow, if I invest just a few $100s in Shiba and it goes up to $1, I'll be a multimillionaire. Well, the only problem is that Shiba Inu's market cap is in the billions already. This is because Shiba has a maximum supply of nearly 400 trillion, even after the recent burn. Before that, it was 1 quadrillion. Now, what this means is that for Shiba to reach that $1 price tag, people would need to invest more than 4 times the amount of money that exists on the planet into this shitcoin. Now, many of the meme coins you've seen pop up over the last few months have similarly massive supplies, which means they won't be reaching $1 anytime soon either. Before you say, but Guy, the supply is deflationary, it has special economics that will make its price go up, take a second to think about what the endgame of these meme coins really is. I hate to burst your bubble, but I highly doubt that any of these meme coins are seriously planning some sort of NFT marketplace or whatever the current story is. Most meme coins exist for one purpose, and that is to enrich their creators. You can try your luck riding that wave, but the risk is not worth the reward, in my personal opinion. In all fairness, though, Dogecoin is different as far as meme coins go. Dogecoin was created as a joke, and one of the only reasons it survived the last bear market is because it can be merge mined with Litecoin at no additional cost. The danger with Dogecoin is that there is a Dogecoin whale that holds nearly 30% of all the Doge in circulation. If they start to dump, it's game over, no matter how much Elon Musk tweets. As far as primary advantages go, meme coins do in fact offer an easy way to make a quick buck. The primary disadvantage is that you never know when the pump will come or when it will end, and the likelihood that you'll come out in profit when the dust settles is slim to none. This is because meme coins are the most manipulated cryptocurrencies on the market. It makes Bitcoin's price manipulation look like child's play. You can learn more about that by using the link in the usual spot. Well, that's it for today's episode from the Coin Bureau. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smack that like button and remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until we meet again, you can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, or get your daily dose of crypto updates on my Telegram. If you want to get the most out of this crypto market, be sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, where I give you all the tips, tricks, and tools you need to get started. And last but not least, you can support the channel while looking like a Chad by getting a shirt or hoodie from the Coin Bureau merch store. You can find your way to these resources using the links in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, keep calm and hodl on.